All right, let's do some sharing because sharing is caring. Let's do Facebook. Let's do this. Share to group. Oh, weird place. Let's mute that. Okay, just if anybody's looking at this right now or people going back and watching it, just give a second. I'm just posting and sharing. All right, and then we'll go ahead and let it go there. Okay, let's exit out of that. I'm going to check to make sure the sound looks good. This is all impromptu. I just got this stuff today, so my channel. Cool. All right, so welcome to the channel, guys. We got some new goodies from Weird. Yeah, got some new boxes for explorers, and I'm kind of interested to see what these look like. And we're gonna have some cool information as far as what we're gonna do with this when we're done looking at it. I'm trying something new. We got better lighting in this area, so hopefully it turns out better on the camera. I'm still working on the lighting situation, and the lighting's just better in this room. So yeah, we're gonna check out some cool things. We got 3 new boxes that Weird decided to send to us. Just yeah, I'll let you know what I'm gonna do with them when we're done looking at them. So make sure that you guys check it out on YouTube. Obviously, those of you that are checking this out, you're on YouTube. Definitely want to support the channel as we get more and more patrons. As soon as we hit 20, we're gonna start doing battle reports in some capacity every month. We just haven't done it every month so far because we're not at 20 yet, and that's our goal. So if you want to become a patron, just go to Patreon and just do /RageQuitWire, and you can find us and support us for as little as $1. Everything helps, so we can do cool content like this and battle reports and mostly the podcast. So appreciate anybody that wants to help out. And yeah, we're going to go ahead and get pretty much straight into this. I am going to do something different with this giveaway, but we'll all see that here soon. So we're gonna start with the boxes. So we have 3 boxes that Weird sent. The first one is this Maxine core box. So a really cool box. I think this one might be my favorite, but we'll check it out. We also got the Syndicate. I don't know anything about the cards on these guys. I haven't looked at this one because to me, they look the most plain. I mean, that's just me looking at them, but we'll see what the models actually look like. And then we have, this is the beast I think everybody in Explorers wants, is the Intrepid Emissary. So yeah, definitely excited for that. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and give this a look. I'm gonna start with the Intrepid Emissary just because that's everybody's like favorite. We have the chat going, so if anybody is watching, all right, we're just taking that out. So you get the cool cards. If you don't know what this guy does, he's a beast. So, I mean, the Intrepid Emissary he defends your line. He's going to heal if you put up his aura and you win a duel. I think you heal a hit point or something like that. He's pretty gross. So he's a big lion model. But let's look at his puppet first. So this is the puppet. He almost looks like Hercules with his like little shield. He's wannabe. Let's see if we can get this to focus. There we go. It's a cool model though. Like this, I think I actually, now that I'm looking at the model, I'd be more excited to paint this guy than the Emissary. So that's cool. I like that. Even got a little damage on the shield there. And the thing I've actually been thinking about running is Hinamatsu, and then running this as the totem for Hinamatsu. That would be cool. All right. So this is our big guy. Got this huge shield. Yeah, that little effigy is going to be awesome. But this guy, like, I've seen some people painting this dude up so far, this huge emissary. And I think if you're good painting stone, this is going to be like a sweet model to paint. Here, let's turn that around that way. Sorry, I learned if I kind of hold my hand underneath there, it shows the detail better on this thing. Like a lot better. Such a cool shield. That shield is my favorite part. I'm not crazy about the pose. So if we go back and look at this, thanks for joining the chat, Michael. Always good to have you. So if you look at the pose on this dude, it's a little underwhelming in my opinion. Because especially when you look at the model, he's just kind of standing straight up. I feel like it would have looked a lot cooler if they had, yeah, marble would be sick for that shield. But if you, like, if almost like a Spartan or a Roman Legion soldier, like kind of looks like they're bracing, like this just has him kind of like holding out there, kind of underwhelming. I would have liked it if he was like really putting his shoulder into it, kind of like he's holding the line. That would have been a lot cooler. If I was going to keep this model, I would try to modify it with some green stuff to do that. But I actually like the pose of the little guy better than the big guy. But as far as the shield, though, that shield is just disgusting. All right, let's see if we can get it. He does have these cool kind of like dreadlocks, though. I do like that. Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. So if he's at this stoic, so Michael just kind of said in the chat, like if he was like standing at attention with the spear up, that would be cool. And I almost would prefer, like, if you're going to do that, bring the shield in and the spear up. That would be a cool look too. But like I said, I think if he's at this position where it looks like he's about to thrust, either make him thrusting there or bring the shield in like he's, you know, bracing for impact. So see if there's anything cool else on here. And as far as putting this together, I mean, you can tell me in the chat, guys, but it really, as far as putting models together, I really feel like Weird's doing a better job of making these kits. Because if you look, you're just going to put these two pieces together for the body. You're going to have the arms pop on the body. You have the legs pop underneath with the tail, and the head's just two pieces coming in. So I feel like they're doing a way better job with their kits as far as building them and putting them together. Same thing for the little dude. He's only like 4 or 5 pieces. So this dude's really cool. And so we are throwing a tournament in Colombia. And I just know that Explorer players, you're going to see, it doesn't matter which keyword you're going to play. This dude's always in competition to make your list. Yeah, so, and that's what I'm saying. The only model out of the new kits that I haven't liked is the new attendant assembly dude for Hoffman. His totem was a pain in the butt to put together, but literally everything else I put together in all these new kits, super easy, super pleased with it. So they really did listen to people, because that was one of the things they were known for. That was not good. So if you are playing Explorers, you are going to need this. So make sure that you guys are getting your hands on one. Those of you that are going to stick around to the end of the video, I'll let you know how I'm going to give these 3 boxes out, because they are going to be given out. I'm not keeping them. All right. So that is the emissary. Let's put him aside. All right. Yeah, let's look at the box that I don't know hardly anything about, Anya's core box. I actually heard that she does a ton of damage, her crew. So I'm actually kind of curious to see what that's all about, because I haven't looked at really the cards that closely. I don't know about you guys, but I don't really start looking at cards until I play against something a lot. So since I haven't had to play against her, I haven't looked at her cards. Now that she's released, I'm going to have to definitely do that. So maybe we'll take a quick look at her cards after the models. I'm a model guy. I got to look at the models. Whoa, what the heck is in her box that's on a 50? Take a look at that. Look at the cards. Who's on a 50 millimeter? I'm glad. Maybe you can tell me in the chat, Michael, what So her totem's on a 50 millimeter. That's crazy. What the keywords kind of shtick is? Somebody told me they actually do a good amount of damage. That's all I've heard about them. Who's on the? So you got one there. Who's on the 40? The surveyors are on 40s. Okay, so we'll look at the cards here in a little bit. Yeah, the bird's on the 50. All right. So speaking of the bird, let's take a look at this. And let's keep this over here so we can look at the art a little bit. So yeah, let's look at the art so we can get an idea of what we're looking at here. Yeah, so we got the sovereign, which is the big kind of mechanical looking bird thing. You got Anya herself. You have Winston Finnegan, which sounds like a dandy name, but that's cool. And we got these surveyors with these kind of cool chain things. All right. So the bird. Sorry, let's turn this around. About to clip this. There's a lot of little pieces on this one. So this one, you definitely want to take your time. It doesn't look hard to assemble, but the bird has its little foot here. That's kind of an area of concern. Just while you're assembling this little piece here. Bird looks easy besides that. That's the only piece I would kind of make mental note of. Okay, Anya. She's super easy. She has like these tomahawks. It's almost like she has like a Native American feel to her. Kind of cool looking. I'm going to cut these sprues. Swear to God, I'm going to cut them. She's kind of a cool little model too. And that I like how realistic and just realistic these models are. Okay, and then we have a crap ton of these surveyors. So, sorry, there we go. Slightly better. And then another cool kind of just dapper looking dude is Finnegan over here. Really, even that wine glass doesn't look too bad. So even though there's a lot of little pieces here, still looks pretty easy to put together. Definitely want to store in a good spot because these chains get a little thin underneath. Cool poses though. They're not static. Let's see if I can kind of show you guys this. So this piece right here kind of has this weird texture on their arms, almost like they're almost like golem looking or have like stone fists. Kind of interesting. All right, let's see what they do. All right, you said you love celebrity. Let's see what that does for Finnegan here. All right, celebrity. After this model resolves the interact action, you may choose an enemy model within 6 to gain distracted. Dude, so that's really good because you don't even have to flip. You just give somebody distracted, gets rid of their focus. It's pretty slick. That's pretty slick. He's 8 stones, henchman. Not bad. Who's he on that side? He has draw out secrets. He looks like kind of like your schemer. He has a Derringer. That's decent. All right. Price of progress, you say? After this model declares an action, it may suffer 1 damage to add any suit to its duel. A lot of triggers for that to happen. Or that can happen on. Yeah, man, she's got like this cool like Native American vibe to her. That's like legit, man. And that's what I'm saying. Like it's like legit, like late 1800s, what a Native American would be doing and looking like. So I actually like the way that they're representing Native Americans in that fashion. Yeah, look, these surveyors have like these stone fist things. Kind of interested. I might read the fluff on them and see what that's all about. Oh, price of progress is like their keyword ability. Okay. That's pretty good. Because if you look, there's a lot of triggers on the back of these things. So being able to just do a damage. Do they have a lot of healing in faction, or are you just depending on the emissary for that? Yep, there's some glory of Glory of Ridley, there's some healing in there. Friendly factions within. Ooh, it's a burst heal too. That's on the Sovereign. That's on the bird. Ooh, the bird has fly with me too. That's super good. Okay, I can get down with this. I promise I won't keep them, even though they look cool. Let's see here. All right, cool. Well, that is awesome. So we definitely are interested in what they are doing. And big bases too. That's also interesting. All right, let's slide that over there. All right, we got one more box that we're going to look at. This is the box that I was most interested in. It's Maxine's core box. So this is the EVS crew. They kind of got this like inventors fair, kind of like cyberpunk feel to them. It's interesting. Let's see what it looks like here. All right, so I think the reason why I like it is because we have Orville, and he reminds me of the bird guy off of in Guild Ball for the Falconers. They had a guy that had like this had these wings that he'd fly around the board. So it kind of reminds me of him. He looks cool for sure. And then we have Maxine, who I don't know, she's just kind of like in this Amelia Earhart kind of like pose, kind of looks cool. This model, I've looked at the card and I'm really interested to see what it does on the battlefield because it looks like there's some serious jank there. And then you got all these mechanics, or these machinists, I should say. So we'll take a look. I haven't looked so much at the machinists, so I'm not sure exactly what they do. If you haven't looked at the cards for EVS, they're going to make you kind of, you're going to look at your opponent and you're going to say, what did they do again? All right. So I'll look at some of the cards, but man. All right. So let's look at some of these models. Kits on, I like the kit for this better. So just in just the style I like. All right, so we got Maxine first. So she's got kind of this cool pose with her hair. I don't like how you got to glue her face on. It's not terrible. It's only one other piece. But still, it's like, come on. All right. Then we have, I guess it's Kaya. I guess that's how you pronounce her name. So she has this cool like electric trident. She has a little jump pack. You could do some cool object source lighting off that. That'd be pretty sweet. I like that. She's a big gal too. All right. Ooh, machinist. What do you got there? So, and this is just kind of a tip for people. So I'll go back to this real quick with her. So object source lighting, it's difficult to do superbly. There's some quick tips I can give for like object source lighting. Like if I wanted to do it off this backpack, all you do is you kind of do bright at the point, and then you just kind of dry brush or fade out to a darker color to the point where it kind of just fades into the normal color model. So if I was going to do this, I'd do a light blue, but I would also do like a white at like the center points. And then you do white, you do light blue, medium blue, dark blue, and then finally just fade out to your normal colors. So I would just encourage you just to try it if you're interested in kind of doing it. There's some good tutorials online. Obviously, the way I do it isn't like the best, but it looks decent whenever I decide to do it. I haven't done it in a while. This machinist is like standing on some kind of ball. These machinists are going to piss me off a little bit. So if you look at this kit for the machinists, a lot of little pieces. Like this guy's hand, got wrench pieces. Where was that one piece I just saw? There's this, this guy has a remote control, but it's got a little like nub on it, like a little antenna coming off of it. Like, I get it. It's cool, but it's going to break. All right. And then we got the Birdman, which looks really cool. I like that. Lots of smoke. Ooh, I'm going to share this with y'all because I do love doing like these smoke effects. So give me one sec. All right, so if you haven't done like a cool fire and smoke effect before, so it is a delicate box. I like doing these smoke and kind of fire effects. And you can do this with, so you can see you paint it kind of bright up towards where the fire's emanating from. Sorry, it's being kind of pain. And then you kind of fade down into the smoke. I need to just bite the bullet and upgrade on a camera. That's not going to be an auto-focusing pain in the ass. But you can kind of get the idea. You just paint kind of bright, and then you go into the smoke effects. Yeah, so it's the same thing that you can do here, is you can up where the engine, which is, looks like the engine part is right up here. So you would do this as, you could either do it all smoke, but I would almost do it like there's fire coming out of that part and then it's mostly smoky. So that's an effect I like doing. And then you just kind of fade out. And then once you get to the bottom, it's just smoke. Yeah, so I've been doing that with Zip, which has turned out really good. And then the yellow makes it pop too. Anybody that's going to the tournament on Saturday in Columbia, South Carolina, I am definitely going to play him at least once. I don't care. I don't care if it's a terrible matchup. He's getting played somewhere. Okay, so the cards, really cool crew. The machinists, I'm going to look at them in a second. This chick and Maxine are just nuts, like banana. That's right. You can be there in spirit, Michael. We actually have our buddy Dixon's coming down from Virginia. We're probably going to have at least 10. I'm hoping for 16. That'd be a really good first tournament kind of back. And I know Firefly in Columbia is opened up pretty much. So we're planning on doing it at least quarterly, doing one in Columbia. I'll tell you what, I'll see what I can do. I wasn't thinking about streaming it. I don't know. I'll see what their setup is. Anyways, getting back to Maxine, the keyword for her is this. Where is it? So it's the reconfigure, I think is what hers is called. Yeah, it's reconfigure, and then it's like X. So basically, you can treat any X cards like cheating fate as if it has a value of 9. She does it with pretty much any, but her other models do it with like crows. And so any crow counts as having a 9. So it really kind of messes up the math of the cards that are getting flipped. It's a really crazy ability, and it's going to make it tough to be like, oh, I mean, because just think about it. I mean, if you're going against her and they put a 3 of crows, it's like, oh, I'm beating you. No, actually, it counts as a 9. Sorry. So it really changes the math on a lot of it. Looks like most of the models, except for Maxine, it's for crows for reconfigure. So at least there's that, I guess. I'm just trying to figure out how they actually win. They do have some attacks. It looks like consistent damage. So interesting. This is the one box where I'm like, I want to see how it's played, and I want to see how they piece it together, because I feel like this is one of those crews where it's like, okay, you're going to do some crazy stuff, but kind of like Lucius, how are you going to win with it? So we'll see. Yeah, I just think it's good, consistent damage. I don't think you're going to see a lot of spiky damage. Of course, people find cool combos all the time, so we will see. Yeah, really excited. I like this. Definitely, if I'm going to look at all of them, this is probably the most fragile looking box, mainly because of the machinists. The 3 main models, though, with Orville, Maxine, and then Kaya. Like, they're pretty solid. I don't see any crazy pieces that are going to give you headaches. But the machinists are going to be kind of like, you can probably expect a couple of these pieces to break off, but we'll see. I don't know if anybody saw, I posted, and I did this on my main page, which Facebook, I'm just doing nerd stuff. Basically now I'm kind of done getting into all the jargon back and forth with political nonsense. So I just made it all just hobby stuff, but I posted on there, if you get rid of one thing in the world, what would it be? I put Rezzers. You want to know why? Because fuck them. That's why. I don't think they're overpowered. I just get tired of playing them. Chris on the podcast, I play him all the time. And of course, he's a Rezzer player. All right. So we got a lot of cool stuff here. We got 3 boxes. We're going to put them all out in front of you because I'm going to make a little announcement on what we're going to do with these 3 boxes. Okay. All right. So we got the cool boxes. We got Maxine, Anya, and the Intrepid Fate. So we got these 3 boxes. I'm going to end up giving them out to people, but it's going to be different this time. All right. So let me see. I got to check one thing on here because I did have an order that I have to do this in, and then also where it's going to be available. Let's see here. There it is. Oh man, Michael, you're gonna hate this one, but that's okay. I'm gonna try and squeeze you out here to see if I can entice you just enough. So looking at these 2 boxes, oops, sorry, not those 2 boxes. Look at these 2 boxes, haha. So we have the Intrepid Emissary basically, and then we have Anya's core box. So I am gonna give these away. Okay, so I'm also gonna give Maxine away, but Maxine's gonna be different. All right. So looking at these 2 boxes, these were not only giving to Weird as far as like the podcast, but they give it to us to review, which I'll say for the most part, I'm very happy with the quality plastic. They're good models. They look sweet. Definitely with the Maxine box, be a little careful with machinists, but that's that. So they don't really tell me what I need to do with these. I mean, I could keep these and just be like, fuck y'all, I'm going to keep them. But that's not my style. So what we're going to do is we're going to give these away, but I'm going to do a little different this time. So the Intrepid Emissary and the Anya core box, these actually I'm going to give away in the raffle at the tournament that I'm going to run this Saturday. So unfortunately for all you on the internet, these 2, not going to be able to get unless you want to drive down to Columbia, South Carolina and put your numbers in the raffle. So that's the kind of shitty part about that. Sorry for the online people. Okay. But trying to get basically support for local tournaments again. I knew you're going to hate that, man. I'm sorry. But I got to support the people that are coming out. I'm trying to entice people to come out too. So, but this box, the Maxine one, I can't give this away yet just because this is a May release. So as soon as this gets released and out in the wild later in May, so this will probably come out, I'll probably do a giveaway for this later in the month, maybe the 3rd or 4th week, depends on when Weird actually releases it. But this one I am going to give away online. So I'll do a quick quick giveaway for the Maxine core box. I'll have something in there like share something crazy. I don't know. That's Future Pete's problem. And I think also the reason why I'm doing this for tournaments is because I am encouraging people to safely get out there and start gaming. I know some people love Vassal. I think it's stupid. I'd rather play in person. And sorry, Vassal people, you don't get this. In-store play, be safe. I know most people that are going to be at this tournament are going to be vaccinated fully. No reason to be scared when you're vaccinated. It works, okay? If you're really that nervous about it, you can still wear your fucking mask. Nobody's going to, make fun of you or tell you to take your stupid mask off. If you can tell what I think about all that. So I am fully vaxxed. I'm not worried about it. it is what it is. I'm still a young, healthy individual as well. And I still got the vaccine. Not worried about it. But yeah, this is for in-store play. I would encourage you, if you are fully vaccinated, to, hey, start running events. I mean, my local game store is opening up a night where we're actually going to play in-store again weekly, hopefully starting in the next couple weeks. He's moving to a bigger location. So pretty excited about that. But yeah, I think the more we play in person, the more we see these cool models actually being used, the more people are going to be like, I haven't painted in like forever, but man, I started putting zip because I knew I'm going to play him on Saturday. And I'm like, man, yeah, let me get that fire detail and put him on the table, and he's going to look sick. And these models are going to look sick when you paint them up and put them on the table. Yeah. So thanks, Chris, for popping in the chat there. So, and we will travel for tournaments, especially if it's not like super crazy. Like I'm not going to go to the West Coast unless like they're stupid, easy, like cheap plane tickets. But I mean, I've played out in Texas before. I got friends in the Midwest and like Kansas. I got people up in Virginia. I got family up in the Northeast. So, I mean, if you've got a tournament, and especially as the summer's kind of coming along, I know that Chris and I are definitely willing to go places. So you just got to give us a heads up. Also, if you're running a tournament, throw me a message on Facebook. I can definitely promote it. I have no problem like saying like, hey, people are getting back in it in Virginia. People are playing again in Northeast. If you want me to promote your tournament, I will. I mean, granted, we only have dozens of like listeners, but hey, I got y'all. Yeah. And I think this is why Weird honestly has been sending us stuff for not just giveaways and prize support for tournaments, is want to get the hype going, man. I mean, if you get cool models like this, get in a store and play. That's where you get people to be like, that's cool. I want in on that game. Like if you look at Zip with his rocket pack, or if you look at, I mean, even going to Maxine, right? Like you have Orville with his rocket pack. You have this, cool electrostatic, Kaya model. You have the Syndicate with their crazy models, the huge Lion. I mean, people want to see this stuff on the table, and it attracts people to the game. So get your stuff and get out and play. Do it safely, get your vaccines, stay separated. I mean, we play on 4x4 tables. That's enough space where if you're really that cautious, you're safe, right? You got your mask on, you're more than 3 feet apart. Just tell your opponent like, hey, please don't touch my models if you're really worried about germs. So I actually just put an article up on ragequitwire.com. Encourage y'all to check it out. I basically wrote this article about how to encourage people to play tabletop games again, to play in your tournaments. Some of it's prize support. Other things are being safe with COVID, encouraging people to get the vaccine. Yeah, just lots of things you can do. I put it up on there. Check it out if you're a tournament organizer, or if you're just in a meta and you want to encourage people to go to events. I mean, I'm not scared to kiss my opponent. I mean, dude, and honestly, this is just not even kidding about this. I mean, you bring up the kissing, but whatever. There's so many people that I'm going to see on Saturday where I just want to like shake the hand, bring it in for a hug, like really excited because I haven't seen them in a while. So definitely the best part about gaming is seeing people that haven't seen in a while, meet new people. That's another great part. Meet new people. Yeah, no tongue. Yeah, you can kiss your homies, just no tongue. Yeah, so those of you that are going to the tournament on Saturday, you got a little sneak peek if you check out this video of what is going to be 2 of your options to win in the raffle. I assume a lot of people are going to be putting their tickets in this. I will say, so those of you that are interested in tournament organizing, the way I'm doing prize support for this is I'm going to have half the amount of prizes for the people we have. So if we have, let's just say we have 16 people, I'm going to have 8 different boxes for people to choose from. That way, half the people are going to get a prize. And the way it's going to work is I'm going to have a cup for each one of the boxes, and you get a ticket for doing something. You get a ticket for winning. You get a ticket for showing your COVID vaccination card. You get a ticket for if you brought a mat. I even give a ticket at the tournament if you got 0 victory points. So if you get goose egg, you get a ticket. Just to be like, here, feel better. But you're going to put your tickets with your names in the one that you want. You can put one in each. You can put all of your tickets in this one box. At the end of the tournament, I draw. One person wins. You can't win anything else. Next one, draw. One person wins. Can't win anything else. So it's an interesting just prize support way that I've seen in the past that really works, because it lets people choose what they want to put their tickets in for. And even if you're not going to win, you still have a shot at a prize, which I always like. Plus, it's our first tournament. This is for funsies. Not even paying anything. You're just getting something and playing games. So, yeah, thanks for coming on the chat, guys. I had a lot of fun. Michael's always the man. Always enjoy having him in the chat. Chris, you're whatever. Yeah, so get some of these cool models, paint them up. They're really easy to put together, I can just tell you. If you don't have experience and you have questions about putting models together, hit me up on Facebook, hit me up on Twitter, just whatever. I mean, I actually don't even look up the instructions for weird miniatures. Like I could put these models together without even looking them up. I've been modeling for a long time, and with my hand model. Now I got sausage fingers, but yeah, we're going to do this more often where we have a chat when we're doing things like this. I'm going to try to build up the YouTube a little bit more, but that's only going to happen if we can get more patrons, just because then we can upgrade the equipment and we can try to buy more stuff to display. And Chris and I are actually going to have a conversation of how we're going to try to do battle reports, but do them quicker, because I don't think many people have an interest in watching a 3-hour game of Malifaux. I just don't think that's a thing. So we're going to try to figure out a way of how can we condense Malifaux into closer to a 45-minute experience. So yeah, we're going to do some brainstorming. It's probably especially Friday, because we have Dixon coming up too. And Dixon has a lot of good ideas. If you guys have ideas, just let me know. But I think that being said, though, thanks for joining the stream. This will be on the YouTube channel. So if you want to just check out the models afterwards, I will, once again, these models, the Anya box and the Intrepid Fate box, those will be stuff I give away at the tournament. This one I'll give away later in the month. Michael, if you're still in the chat, which it looks like you are, let me know, do you have the Explorer's faction deck? So do you have the, not the faction deck, but the Fate deck? So do you have the Explorer's Fate deck? And you can just type in there if you do, or if not, I'll hit you up. So, let's see here. Cool. So I tell you what, Michael, go ahead and send me, you can do this on Facebook, or you can actually, probably Facebook's the best way to do it. If you want to send me a private message on there, shoot me your address, and then I'll go ahead and I'll send you a Fate deck for being so hyped on the video. So I got a Fate deck I was going to give away anyway, so I'm gonna shoot it your way. So I'll just wait for it. No problem. So yeah, make sure you guys are supporting your local game stores. Make sure you're getting these tournaments running. Yeah, and I'm excited. I'm excited for people to start doing it. And pressure Craig. So Craig from Third Floor Wars, I've been bugging him. He's waiting. He's being a little hesitant to start the US Faux Tour back up, which is fine. But just let him know you're interested. Be like, hey, we're going to throw a tournament. When's the Faux Tour going to be announced? Or when are we going to, get that up and running so our games count? Just give him a little poke, pressure. Don't be mean about it. But just be like, hey, what's up with it? Because the more he hears that people around the United States are throwing tournaments and people can do it in all the regions, the sooner that the US Faux Tour is going to become a thing. So I want to thank everybody for coming on again. Make sure that you guys are flipping cards, flipping tables. Man, these are going to be awesome. Have a good one.